Point Break looks like a surf action movie, sun, waves, skydiving, chases. It is not. At its core, Point Break is a conversion story disguised as a chase film. A straight arrow FBI agent walks into a sun-soaked tribe, and the real danger is not crime. The real danger is how good freedom feels. Behind the waves, the masks, and the adrenaline, this film was made with the same recklessness it worships, and every strange decision behind the scenes fed directly into its myth. Here are 10 weird facts about Point Break, the movie that pretends to be pure adrenaline, but is actually about belief. Fact 1. Body speaks like a man who has already accepted falling. Body talks like someone who has already made peace with death. That only works if the actor has. Patrick Swayze did not play that age. He lived on it. Before filming, Swayze was already an experienced skydiver. Once production began, he kept jumping anyway. 55 real skydives during production, many done quietly before anyone could stop him. It became contagious. He pulled Gary Busey into jumps too. Then reality hit back. Swayze cracked 4 ribs, damaged his knee so badly it had to be drained during filming, and still kept going. That is why Body feels physical. He is not acting comfortable in danger. He is paying for it. Eventually insurance shut everything down. No more jumps. The compromise was pure Point Break. One real skydive, no tricks. When Body yells go and jumps, you are watching Patrick Swayze actually fall. Fact 2. Johnny Utah was not supposed to be Keanu Reeves. The studio wanted safer faces. Charlie Sheen, Johnny Depp. That tells you exactly what kind of movie they thought this was. Keanu Reeves still carried the bill and Ted Glow, and the studio was scared that Glow would tilt the entire film. Catherine Bigelow did not compromise. She made it clear, no Keanu, no movie. The gamble was real. Early dailies were not about performance notes. They were about survival. Either Reeves held the frame or the studio would step in. Then the footage came back. Quiet, physical, earnest, a man trying to grow into authority before the job swallowed him. The argument ended, and Swayze made the most Point Break decision possible. He originally read for Johnny Utah. Then he chose Body instead. Fact 3. Point Break started as a bad idea that would not go away. Writer Rick King read a line describing Los Angeles as the bank robbery capital of America. Then he went to the beach. Surfboards, sun, outlaw, freedom, and the thought clicked. What if the men chasing Endless Summer were also robbing banks to pay for it? Not for money, for lifestyle, for belief. Once that idea exists, everything else locks into place. People compare it to Tapping the Source and earlier Nixon mask robberies, but Point Break made crime mythic. The robbery became theater. It was not a pitch anymore. It was a story that demanded to exist. Fact 4. The movie did not have its title until halfway through filming. The original title was Johnny Utah. Safe, clean, studio friendly, but the movie would not behave. Another title floated around, Riders on the Storm, too heavy, too loud. Then they landed on Point Break, a real surf term. The exact moment a wave turns violent because something hard sits underneath it. Not a person, a collision. The title described the waves and the man standing in them. Fact 5. John Utah's name was a marketing trick that became destiny. The name was designed to sound inevitable. Writer W. Peter Iliff borrowed the rhythm of Joe Montana. Joe became Johnny. Montana became Utah. Clean, mythic, perfect. Then the movie breaks him. Utah is a former football star whose future ends with injury. He trades glory for a badge and walks into the FBI already hollowed out. Keanu Reeves lived a version of that. He played hockey seriously until injury ended it. That loss lives in his body language. A marketing name turned into faith. Fact 6. The movie hit the one thing Keanu Reeves could not do. Reeves trained seriously. He studied FBI agents, worked with real law enforcement. None of it survived intact. Then came football. Reeves trained with UCLA quarterbacks, including Greg Nyheisel. The truth was simple. He could not throw clean passes, so the movie protected him. Was the football scene quick cuts, tight framing, no lingering spirals. The myth survives. The seams stay hidden. Fact 7. Point Break only existed because of James Cameron's leverage. The project kept stalling until James Cameron stepped in. At the time he and Bigelow were married. Cameron had power. Studios listened. This was not charity. It was leverage. If it worked, Bigelow leveled up. If it failed loudly. She did not chase genre, she chased seduction. Bodhi is not a villain, he is an invitation. Point Break proved Bigelow could run a studio engine without asking permission. Everything after followed. Fact 8. The Nazi surfers were trained to fight for real. Bigelow wanted violence to feel ugly, not clean. The cast trained in real fight sessions. Most showed up. Anthony Kiedis did not, so the movie writes the consequence directly into the scene. When the FBI raised the house, his character shoots himself in the foot and disappears instantly. A rock star entered both his world. He did not last. Fact 9. Point Break survived the worst possible release. It opened against Terminator 2. James Cameron again. On a $24 million budget, it made over $83 million worldwide. Then came cable, dome rooms, quotes that became passwords. It shows up in Hot Fuzz, the Macula stage shows. The movie escaped the screen. Fact 10. The remake failed because it missed the point. The 2015 remake turned everything louder. Bigger stunts, higher drops, no belief. Point Break is not about sports, it is about temptation. Now Amak is trying again with the 2006 TV continuation tied directly to Bodhi's original crew. Not replacement, bloodline. If it works, it earns belief again. Point Break is a film about duty dressed as temptation. About belief pretending to be adrenaline. It survives because it sells the lie that falling can feel like flying. If this movie still gets under your skin, like and subscribe. This is Movixa.